I'm looking on the stream and it looks fine to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, we're live, so rolling back in.
All right.
Rolling.
Okay.
Rolling in.
We'll roll with it.
Yeah. So, last run of the night, Super Mario RPG by my man Justin.
Alrighty. I'm gonna reset. I'm gonna start timer on file select because there's only one obvious choice for file name.
Yes.
We all know what that is too.
We all know what that is.
Who it is, right?
Yes.
And I put a
So you're
special
running
background.
the Japanese version?
Yep.
Okay.
And I put a special background. Alrighty.
What is the
So,
Blood
background
Split
or
count? Did we have runs with Blood Split today? Let me check. I don't think so.
Man. The one and only.
Like, Nightmare had Blood Split during the daily, but he wasn't for stream, so Blood Split count is still at 10.
So I'm already saying good luck. That was my practice run. For those that didn't see it, I had the box drop from Croco 2. I had the Red Essence freebie, 2 Fire freebies, 2 Rock Candy freebies, 7 Ice Bomb freebies. Basically, what happened in Lax PB is what happened. And without all the mistakes I had, it was like 240, low 247 material.
Damn, solid run.
Yeah.
Still extremely good. That's wow.
And that's the first run since the 246. But anyway, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
Good luck, Justin. I hope you have good luck for the freebies.
Yeah, we'll see how much luck is left over from yesterday. But so first thing we're gonna try to do is the Terrapin Punch Manip at the start of the game. Hopefully Void can fill in the gaps here.
Oh yeah,
while
for
I'm
sure.
concentrating.
Well, there's not much to say about Terrapin Manip, so it's sort of an RNG manipulation, but the way RNG advances in this game is kind of weird. It's very precise and it's movement dependent. So what Justin is basically going to do is he is going to try to time his attacks on specific, like, by looking at basically the Terrapins themselves. So he's going to look for some parts of their animation and see when he can attack and when he cannot attack to get no punches from the rest of them.
0 punch is ideal. 1 or 2 is still fun.
Yeah, I don't do the 0 punch. Okay, 2's not bad. That last punch, or that last Terrapin is a little tricky. The frame window is very small to not get that one punch. So, I'm using jump at the start because it actually powers up the more you use it, and every 2 uses, its base power goes up by 1 point. And it's the main method of attacking for the early part of the game. Hammer Brothers, Croco 1, Balloon.
Oh, it actually powers up still on the first Bowser battle? I didn't know that. I thought it didn't.
Okay, so something I'll add, we are actually playing desktop audio, so Justin's reaction may be delayed by like a few seconds
Yeah.
with the gameplay, but it shouldn't be that bad. Also, Reloads, thank you for the gifts up to Justin.
Oh, thanks Reloads. So this route is the same route I ran at AGDQ back in January, the Skip Pandos Skip Booster Pass route. So the coin route, experience route is very, very tight. And with having less coin to buy bombs at Seaside Town later in the game, it's very imperative that we try to get enough freebies to kind of bridge the gap between the middle game and the end game. Otherwise, we'll be having to use some slower strats to get through.
Are there any safeties that you're going to take? And if you do, which?
Yeah, there's going to be safety savings just like at AG2. Basically at the same places.
Are there some backup items that you're considering taking for safeties, or not at all?
Well, in the extreme case that I get absolutely 0 freebies, I may take a detour to ensure that I have a couple of bombs to get me through Axum Rangers. But hopefully that won't be the case, because it is very possible to not get freebies.
Yeah, but considering who is running the game right now, I don't think that's gonna happen.
Probably not, but you never know.
You never know, indeed.
Bad luck can rear its ugly head. So the very beginning here... Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead, Justin.
So the very beginning here, nothing really major, just talking to Toad, trying to go back into Bowser's Keep, and finding out that can't. Coming back to Toad to get his next set of orders. And I am using Turbo for this run. So there's some added skill to the speedrun when you use Turbo. Because if you have Turbo active when you're not supposed to, it can really mess you up.
Turbo is mainly for text smashing, right?
Yeah, it's just to get through the text. And that also kind of adds a couple of breaks into the run.
So one thing we're noting is that Justin is playing in the Japanese version of the game, just simply for the faster text. It's about 8 to 9 minutes faster than the English version.
Skip a few tutorials here. Skipping the first one's important because you don't have to go through. Not only do you not have to go through the tutorial, you actually keep the mushroom that and that actually factors into the coin route. Gives you 3 more for the road, and you're off. So we're coming up on the Hammer Brothers. I'm not going to be focusing on one at a time. We're going to jump on each one once. And then once the first one dies, the second one's going to do Valor up immediately. That way we don't have to worry about him attacking. No hammer, Tom.
Always lucky.
Always lucky.
Alright, now for the shop here. Buying our initial purchases for the beginning of the game. have to get this frog coin on our first trip in, otherwise it won't be accessible.
I don't believe you can get this one the second time.
No,
You say.
it's only available on that specific trip when Toad walks toward the door. Because it's an invisible wall that gets put there later. So I sold all my items because we don't really need the mushrooms. We do need honey syrups to restore flower points, since in this game, flower points is your spells in this game, and they're shared by everyone in the party. So, but luckily, you only need Mario's jump attack at the start. So, 2 of them are going to be used on Croco 1, 2 on Balloon 1, and then 1 on Bowyer. And it would be nice to freebie at least one of those honey syrups, because they sell for 5 coins. Whereas the pick-me-ups and able juices I bought only sell for 2.
Yeah, so in the new coin route, it's actually ideal to freebie 1 honey syrup to have enough money to spare on the bad mushroom in Seaside Town. Otherwise, Justin will have to get some extra chest coins in Roseway.
Yeah. If by Balloon 1 I don't have at least 1 honey freebie, then I'll have to hit a chest a couple extra times to make up for it. Just in case you don't freebie the last honey syrup on Bowyer. Or if you miss the one of the big coins in Roseway, that can be costly as well, because those are 10 coins.
Yeah, you're talking about the impossible platform coin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god, yeah.
I've missed it recently, and like, it was weird to me because that time, all the times before then, I was less confident in the jump I did, but I got the coin every single time. So
Yeah, it's a 4-frame jump, I think.
yeah, it's like a really weird visual cue.
And I hold down when I'd make that jump too. It's something weird about the isometric hitbox.
Oh, you hold down on it?
Yeah, I hold down when I make that jump on the platform.
Oh, interesting. I don't think I hold the D-pad at all.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit more consistent that way too.
Gotcha.
And now we got Mallow, but Mallow isn't very useful in speedruns. But he has his uses.
Yeah, he's actually a little bit more useful than he used to be. Because now we take attack at level 3. And just like HDQ, well, I was gonna save, but I gotta deal with this. Those Spinies are really hard to get around because they're fast.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's something. Because, as you've just seen right there, they're fast. And, Croco can't own you. Getting these coins shouldn't be happening, but sometimes you can't help it. That does help with the coin route, obviously. They're just slow to get by like, I think 20 frames or so.
The Karo cola that you collected, are you actually using it, or are you gonna sell it?
Sold. Got the jump.
Yo, dog jump. So dog jump is
Hell
what?
yeah.
Is what, a 3-frame
No,
window?
why?
2. I think it's
2?
2 frame.
Yeah. It's 2,
Yeah.
but somehow, like, the setup for it is pretty consistent. Afterwards, you only have to time your jump.
Yeah. So yeah, the Karo that I picked up, we used to pick up 4, but now I only pick up 3 before Seaside.
Yeah, the Karo that you end up using is the one that you collect in Bowser's Keep.
And the Sunken Ship.
Yes, that's true. I forgot about that one.
So not a bad spot for Croco to end for the camera scrolling after the fight. But now we'll see how this fight goes. And it's not off to a good start. Oh, really not off to a good start.
Yeah, so Justin doesn't want bombs. Bombs do cannot be blocked.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now he's gonna have to revive Mario.
Ooh. Wow. What was such a nice RNG.
Okay, that's really bad. Actually, that's really bad. Mallow can survive a bomb if he's blocking, but if he's not blocking, then he dies in one hit. It's 4 bombs in a row. Really, really bad luck.
Have to do that.
It's already starting.
Yeah, this is really, really bad. I don't have any mushrooms, so I don't have a choice. And I'm almost at a pick-me-up.
I've never seen that many bombs.
I have. At this point, Justin should be fine though. Like as long as he can bring him into second phase, then he should not be at risk of game overing.
Please. He always heal with that mushroom after a certain threshold, right?
Wow. Yeah, once he goes under 100 HP, he'll automatically.
Okay.
Okay, that's really bad luck there on the very last
This is
turn.
the worst. This.
Yeah, because that loses like a whole turn.
And I'm gonna have to buy more pick-me-ups too, because I used up all of them. That has never
Yeah.
happened ever in my SMRPG speedrunning career, having to use all my pick-me-ups on Croco.
Yeah, that's really bad. Unfortunate.
Ouch.
Like I said, I used up all my luck in that practice run.
Yeah, basically.
I wasn't kidding.
Oh my god.
So, since I have to buy more pick-me-up, we're gonna go in this way.
Yeah, you're gonna save it in Mushroom Kingdom.
Yeah. And this is, I have to do this. So, we're gonna pick up 3 more. Obviously, if this was a speed run, I would have hit the reset button a long time ago. But
Yeah, after probably the 3rd or 4th bomb.
on the second bomb on Mario, I would have reset.
Yeah.
No stop antechamber coming up.
Nice.
So yeah, coming up on Mac, he's gonna do the rather famous Max skip.
Yeah, so what Max Skip is, pretty much, is just jumping over the cutscene trigger. And interestingly enough, those shysters have collision on top of their heads, so you can just jump on their head and then afterwards jump on the other 2 of that row. And by doing that, you just completely skip the cutscene trigger, and afterwards you go talk to the Chancellor, and the Chancellor is what advances the game. And if you talk to the Chancellor, then the game thinks that you defeated Mac, because that's...
Yeah, and then
it's the only way that you can possibly talk to the Chancellor, right? And therefore, the game thinks that you defeated Mac. What this does, though, is it does not open the star menu, because you need to beat Mac to unlock the star menu.
Yeah, the main criteria is to get on that first shot, so you need to land on him without moving. Because the game has, I think, a little check. If Mario is moving when you land on the shyster, it thinks you're trying to skip it, and then it thrusts you into the cutscene as a fail-safe method. But once you get on top, it's pretty easy.
Because fighting Mac at that level, I believe, it's not really fun. It costs a lot of time.
And it's almost nearly impossible to do. So I saved there because getting enough enemies on these experience stars is very, very crucial. So you'll see me do that quite a bit. Because, like I said, experience right is very, very tight. I'll save again before Balloon as well. So the same thing with Balloon, Jump with Mario. But Mallow actually has a use here.
Void hungry.
So that 4 damage actually gets factored in. I got the worst scenario coming up here. And this time I did not get the miss. So Mallow has to use the honey syrup on turn 3. So if he's asleep, then I have to restore him. So now Mallow has to defend here because we have to wait for him to turn to a Scarecrow before Mallow uses the second honey. And then at that point, he won't be needed. No freebies so far on these honey syrups.
Yeah, at this point, the bad mushroom in Seaside is very much in Jeopardy, especially considering those extra pick-me-ups you had to buy.
Yeah. And Scarecrow actually protects you from getting put to sleep.
Yeah, the Scarecrow status only disables your items and your normal attacks, but your special attacks and your defense is not affected by it. So Mario can still use Jump, no problem.
Alright, we're finally out of Hero Sewers. 21-0X or something, that's usually like a Pando time. So Mario also takes attack at level 3, and that's going to make a few fights later in the game a lot more helpful. So here in the Midas River, I have to collect coins along the way to the bottom of the river. And if I get at least 60, I get an extra frog coin. And I want to get exactly... Skip a text box. There's 13. So I'm skipping the 4th coin unless there's a fish. And then I have to pick it up, and that should give me 60. So there I have to jump because of the fish. So there's an extra text box that he'll say he'll hold any extra coins that you may end up getting. So that's what that 60 on the nose is for, that text. It's only like a half second. Then here, I went forward a little bit more to get the camera scrolled a little bit further than normal, because the camera scrolls very, very slowly, so you want to get it as far forward as possible before you have to let the automatic camera take over. So this is kind of like a slow part of the game. There's a lot of text and a lot of story explanation. But, so, since we skip Pandorite, we miss out on not only the flower jar that he drops, he also gives us a true form pin and some experience and coin. So we have to make up for the lost experience on the Monstar by killing extra enemies. And also, since we don't have the flower jar to sell for money, we have to freebie, I think, an extra bomb or two to make up for that. Because in the route from a couple years ago, you enter the middle game with 8 ice bombs and 7 fire. Now it's only 6 ice and fire. So here, after all this, this cutscene, and as I leave, I'm gonna go to the Frog Coin Emporium and buy a Sleepy Bomb and an Energizer. The Sleepy Bomb won't be used to the second to last boss in the game. The Energizer will be used on the next boss fight. Hopefully, we can get it to freebie, and they can carry over to the next boss fight after.
Man, Mallow is not a tadpole.
Yeah, what a shocker.
This is so sad.
I didn't know that. Kappa.
His life was a
Spoilers.
lie.
He definitely looks like a tadpole.
Alright. I will have to get some extra coins in here in Roseway because of having to spend extra on restoring my pick-me-up count. So yeah, if you notice, Mario is facing the screen. That's me holding down pad. So as long as I'm out of the next Rosetown shop with 26 coins or more, I should be back on the coin route. So, and then Rosetown, I'm going to be buying 2 Fearless pins instead of 2 Wake Up pins. That's to make the mines section of the game a lot more consistent. But it does add a little bit of risk on the bunt fight later. And we're getting some more frog coins and some more flower points. Okay, I'm 25. That's not a big.
Justin, I have a question regarding the arrows that flies down in Rosetown before you beat Boyard. Did at one point happen to you that you got hit by an arrow while going to the shop?
Not that I'm aware of. Although it is possible to get hit by arrows in Rosetown, but that's usually if you usually hold still for too long, you'll get hit with. So as this cutscene plays, I'm gonna step out for a quick break, and I'll be right back.
The roast down cutscene break, the classic.
Now would be a good time for donations.
Well, we didn't have donations earlier, but we had gift subs. Reloads dropped 3, and Kane dropped 1. So thank you guys, very much appreciated. Reloads dropped 4 actually. He also gave the 1 to Justin. And Let's Get Hype resubbed for 9 months. Thank you very much, Hype. And I would once again like to thank everyone who participated to the crowd control race. That was really fun. That was really awesome. If anything, maybe make the reverse buttons plus D-pad option more expensive next time, because that was absolutely brutal whenever you'd get that.
Alright, so yeah, the benefit with Turbo is that, you know, once you know when the automatic text takes place, step out and take a good long break. Get hydrated. That's what I mean. So, we have to get frog coins on our way through the rest of the game up to Seaside Town, because we have to buy the experience booster when we get there, and that costs 22 frog coins. So there's not enough frog coins along the route without taking a timeout to get extra. So Wiggler jumps are coming up here, and the hitboxes on them are very, very like janky at times. You can actually fall in between a couple of hitboxes and end up not being able to run, and you just die.
Yeah, I agree. The Wiggler hitboxes are really weird. I was practicing actually Wiggler jumps, and like I could get a couple of frog coins at least a few times in a row, but then all of a sudden like I could drop them instantly. So good luck on that.
Yeah, there's like 3 hitboxes. There's like one on his head, one on the body, and then I think there's one on his tail. And you can actually fall in between them like you can the shysters on the max skip. And I have to do this 7 times. And there's like 6 different patterns that the Wiggler can go. You just have to memorize them and know what direction you need to hold. And you need to land on them 10 times before it goes back in the trunk. So in AGDQ, that's where the power went off. It was right after I did a Wiggler jump.
Wait, was it during your run?
Yeah. It was
Oh
during
my god. It's weird because we didn't lose power when we were in our room.
Okay. Yeah.
So it must have been like in some
Yeah,
parts
in
of
the
the hotel, but we didn't get affected, which is pretty fortunate.
Yeah, that's why I knew. That's why I saved a bunch, because I knew the power might have an issue, just in case. And I was playing it on my original cart too, and that thing's old. So it's been known to lose saves before.
Ah, yeah, fair. That's why you were like saving on multiple files.
Yeah, you never know. Like if the power went out, I could lose them. So another fight here that you could just lose and not have any control over it is Bowyer. He can give you a very, very, very bad pattern. Even though you're kind of manipulating the fight, you can still get bad luck. Ooh, that was not a very good jump, but luckily I did. So the way the bowyer fight works is that every action you take accumulates points to a hidden counter, and once there, on every second turn he's gonna lock a button depending on what actions you've done the most. So if you physical attack a lot, that actually adds more points to the counter than any other action. If you do like special attacks enough, he'll lock special, and if you use items a lot, he'll lock item. So this fight is sort of manipulated. If we get good RNG, I'm going to go for the Yasumi gamble, where I'm going to force him to lock Y, and there's a 2/3 chance that he'll do a physical, 1/3 chance that he'll do the sleepy arrow, and there's a 1/3 shot out of there that it'll hit Gino, provided everyone's alive, and that just saves time. But that's only if Gino is healthy. If Gino has been damaged, I will probably play it safe. Because I'm using the Energizer on this fight, and that will boost Gino's attack power. And if he dies, the Gino boost that he gets from the Energizer is gone along with it.
Oh yeah, if Justin happens to have a static E, a little flash warning.
Static E isn't shown because that's an A-lock attack.
Oh, that's a A-lock attack. Oh, okay, I wasn't aware of that.
With the Pandarite rerouting, a lot of fights have been rerouted.
Okay.
You're only going to see Gino beam and then physical attack. Gino does all the damage in the fight, with the minor exception of Mario if I go for the gamble. All right.
Nice freebie.
Yo, nice.
So now Mallow uses the honey syrup because X will get locked here, and then we're gonna see how the attacks go for Gino. So Mario and Mallow do nothing now but defend. Okay, that's okay. Oh, when he locks X, he doesn't attack either. So that's one reason why we have him lock X. Ooh. That's unfortunate. Well, he's gonna die if he takes a spell anyway, so I guess we'll go for the Yasumi gamble anyway. Because he's dead if he takes another hit. Let me see. Okay. So, we're going for the Yasumi gamble. Hopefully he doesn't die. Oh, okay. I think we're in the clear. Maybe. So here comes the gamble. Okay. Okay, we're good. I needed to block that arrow coming for Gino, or that was going to be bad.
And I'm glad you were able to block that perfectly, because if you half-block that arrow, it does 14 damage, and Gino only had 12 HP left.
Yeah. So Mallow takes HP at level 4. That way, if he takes a bomb from Croco 2, with the Fearless Pin and the Work Pants, he's going to survive it with 1 HP. And now that I've got the Energizer freebie, I can use that on Croco 2 to enhance Gino's attack. So the Croco 2 fight is going to be a lot less scarier than it could be. And we also have the ability to freebie the Energizer again for Punchinello. So the run's off to a rough start with some bad RNG, but it's not terrible. So yeah, this game is filled with RNG from beginning to end. But some of it's worse than others. Shout out to Deep Dish Pizza.
Trying to figure out over here what is a deep dish pizza.
You've never had one?
Well, maybe, but I just don't know like what it's like. Like I've never heard the term a deep dish pizza before. So the plot thickens.
So Mobile, we're going to sell our Kuros that we've picked up so far. And a tab. Because we have to sell items anyway when we get to Seaside Town, so we're actually doing part of the selling right earlier, and that save is just for just so I know that I'm not gonna lose any progress if something happens. But yeah, now that we've got weapons for everyone, jump isn't as important. It'll be like important for maybe 3 or 4 more uses. And then it'll be powerful enough for the King Calamari fight. But now that we got work pants on everyone, physical attacks are going to be more prevalent. At least until we get Super Jump from Mario.
The moment he acquires Super Jump on Mario, this is where things will get really wild.
So since Mallow took attack at level 3, that gives him quite a bit more attack point. So his attacks are going to deal a little bit extra damage. Also, one little scary part about Croco 2 is the fact that he has a 5% to evade physical attacks. And you'll get an automatic miss.
So it's worth mentioning that on level ups, certain level ups will give you a higher prevalent bonus than just other level ups. Like I believe it's at level 3, like for Mallow, for example, he gets a higher bonus in attack than just at another level, and it's technical at a level.
Oh my god!
Whoa! And the bomb on Gino as well, nice.
Let's go.
So the Energizer freebie on Croco only saves a few seconds, but it's still pretty fun to get.
Yo, that's... okay, I'm glad that you interrupted me then. That's good.
So the cool thing about using Fearless Pins on this fight is that Mallow can actually survive a bomb from Croco, which makes the first phase of this fight much more bearable than it was before, because before we made the switch to Fearless Pins, both Mario and Mallow would go down with a single bomb, meaning that for the first phase, ideally you would want bombs on Gino only if you were to get bombs. because you can still get physicals from Croco on the first phase, but it's much more rare than getting bombs. I think it's like 1 out of 3 versus 2 out of 3 or something like that. Yeah. And Mario still goes down with 1 bomb on the first phase, but Mallow doesn't, which yeah, definitely makes the first phase much better to handle.
Yeah, you don't have the main idea behind the Fearless Pins is not having to use a pick me up on turn 1. Okay, no box. So yeah, I wasn't expecting the box anyway.
Man, the box would have been nice considering how much you went through in the early game.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna save before doing this next star because I have to kill a lot of enemies here. This is where the experience route is kind of made up from skipping kind of right. And also, now we got the Energizer for Punchinello. And there is a double Energizer strat I came up with for Punchinello if it freebies again. And Mallow gets energized instead, or as well. But we're gonna save first before we hit the star. These are kind of the, like I said, the experience route is very, very tight. Like, if you're, like, way off, it's very, very bad news. And it's almost impossible to make up the experience later. Need 9 enemies here. Okay, and I have to go back for this 150 coin chest. And now that the Sparky appeared, if he appears again, he'll disappear before he reaches me. Like that. But now, all bets are off. Like that one. I have to watch out. And I'm going to pick this up as well. So all we do here is attack with everyone. So Energizer on Geno again. Okay, we didn't get it, but that's fine. Geno deals the most damage out of anyone. Yeah, with the double Energizer on the Punchinello fight, you can actually end the fight in 5 turns instead of 6. And Mario would Energizer Mallow on the second Energizer. And if all the bombs are launched, and Punchinello is by himself, he'll spend his turn to spawn more bombs, instead of doing maybe a sandstorm, which does nothing now. Except to Mario, maybe, but that's minor.
Yeah, Mario doesn't have a fearless spin on during this fight, so he can still be affected by Sandstorm, but because he's the only one who can get affected by Sandstorm, depending on when you get Sandstorm during the fight, it's not even worth to use a Able Juice to restore him.
Yeah, the only reason, or the only time that you have to Able Juice Mario is if he does Sandstorm immediately. Other than that, if it's later, it doesn't really factor. Provided everyone else gives decent rolls.
Nice fight.
So yesterday I was so close to a 155. I think I had a 156 kin or something.
Justin, regarding level ups, do you sometimes pick the HP bonus or not at all?
It's Mallow, or Mario takes attack on multiple of levels, multiple of 3, except for level 3. Or actually, I take that back. 15. That's been redone. Gino takes HP on the first 2 levels because he has to survive Water Blast from Yared. He won't without it. And then after that, he takes attack. Mallow will take attack for level 3 and 5. He takes HP for 4, and then after that, we don't use him anymore, so he just takes HP. Peach will use special on just about every level. There is a system in the game where every level, every third level, you take a specific one for the highest boost, but in a speedrun, we take specific boosts on specific levels.
Hong Kong.
Hong Kong during hype? No, minecart hype. Thank you. Please get sub to Justin. So important here that he needs to mention the mushroom boost as much as he can. Hong Kong. What's your best time for the minecart, Justin?
Hold on. I'm in the focus mode right now.
All good.
Oh, that was close. $156.10. My PB, I think.
Very nice minecart though. It's gonna be a low 156. Probably like 156 3x?
$156.4.
Oh, 4 flat down. I was so close.
Oh,
that
damn,
that
nice.
was faster than my HDQ minecart.
You got sub 2 as well at AGQ, right?
156.55.
Damn, you got a good minecart at AGQ as well. That's sick.
Really good minecart. That was great.
Yeah, 156.10 I think is my minecart. So, Booster Tower's an interesting area where we're going to get a lot of the rest of our frog coins that we need for the experience booster. It's also a big climbing area where there's a lot of encounters we gotta avoid, and there's unescapable encounter too. You gotta watch out for. And at the very end will be clown manipulation, which I will mute myself or deafen myself for that when the time comes, because I will need to hear my TV. And this is the key component coming up for the climb manip, the rock. Normally we don't use it. Before we didn't use it till Axum Ranger. Now it has a purpose. So this is also where we get Bowser in the party. So we don't use Mallow anymore for the speedrun.
Yeah, because Mallow sucks dick.
Yeah, let's be real. Mallow sucks in speedruns.
Yeah. Comes the hype train.
Choo choo, motherfucker.
Choo choo.
The little engine that could. Chuggy 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 choo choo. So we're skipping Booster Pass, so we don't even need to hit the switch.
I don't know about you guys, but Booster looks a lot like Wario, so...
We're gonna save here. Hey, the checkerboard room.
This is a bit reminiscent of Wario, yeah, I guess. Nice checkerboard room.
I'll be saving again at the top here after the curtain minigame for clown manipulation. And Void can explain that when I deafen myself.
Yeah.
I prefer to get the full manip, and I may reset if I fail it.
Good luck on the minute.
I mean, this run's already gone to hell in a handbasket, so... Oh wait, we don't do that yet.
Put that in the trash can.
Ideally, it would go to hell with 2 rock candy freebies on the clowns.
So yeah, the old route, you'd actually go get the goodie bag and all that now, since you don't manip the clowns. Since you have to go back to the save point, we'll pick those items up as we save. I will say that, you know, when you save to prepare for clown manip, you have to land on the save block at the top of the oscillation. That does matter when it comes to doing the manipulation, because there's 2 sets of RNG for the boss fight, and which frame you enter matters, and that also gets tied to how high on the oscillation you land, because when you reload, it takes an extra frame for Mario to get movement, depending on that.
Yo, what's up, Glenn Gamer?
What's poppin', gamers?
Oh yeah, post your Void lyrics in the chat for the current minigame.
And we're gonna do the anti-viewer tech that likes. It might be hard to get real close on the curtains jumping to do this.
The classic. Because let's be real, fighting Booster sucks. It's not useful at all. And you need to get the amulet, right? Is the
Yeah.
You really want the amulet at any percent.
Yeah, it lowers speed by 5 but boosts other stats by 7, and that does matter for turn order.
Same reason why you don't fight booster in most of the stuff is because the amulet is a unique item. And you need all unique items in that category. Plus, to fight booster, you have to fail the current minigame 3 times, and yeah, booster is a really tough fight. Like the Sniffits can use a lot of spells, and booster can bring you the Pain Train, aka Loco Express, and that does a shit ton of damage.
Yeah, the loco. Alright.
I almost never fought booster, but the few times I fought him, it was like, ouch. I was not prepared for that at all. He does a shit ton of damage.
Alright. Save and then mute myself.
Yep.
Good
Second.
luck.
Good luck on the manip. So yeah, Justin here wants to jump on the save box at its peak so that the manip works correctly. So what he's gonna do after he reloads the save file is he's gonna run straight down to the doorway and then run left and enter hopefully the fight on the desired frame, and at which point he will use this audio cue right here to do an attack on Knife Guy. And then afterwards he's gonna time Terrorize. The Terrorize window is pretty wide, and that will guarantee that he does not miss Terrorize on either of the clowns. And afterwards, the 2 next windows are what are important. There's the first freebie. And that one should be good as well. Yep. Perfect fights. Perfect minute.
Very good. Important to note that the terrorized status effect is just that the enemies take 50% more damage.
Yeah.
Got it.
Well done. Who would win, Boosters, Loco Express, or the train from FF6? Well, considering the train from FF6 both gets suplexed and Phoenix downed, definitely Loco Express.
Time to call your shots, people.
11.
I'd say 12. Let's do it. 12. Because of the booster hill minigame is that he needs to... how many minimum flowers you need to get in that minigame?
9 to complete the
9.
game. 11 is ideal for the rest of the run, but 9
Okay.
is like the bare minimum.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I still say 12.
What about you, Hyrule?
Yeah.
10? Okay.
Okay.
I always say 11 myself, no matter who runs.
Because the maximum you can get is 16, right?
16, yes. I've never gotten 16 myself.
JP says 16. Alright.
Yeah, GP's already dead.
Yeah, 16's already dead. Bad luck can prevent you from getting it.
And also if you suck dick at this game, like me.
I have no idea how that jump worked.
Same.
What the hell was the headbox, please?
The game knows who's playing.
Well, that's kind of a while ago, but I think Justin at this point has reached double digits. Like for sure. Oh, that one was void robbed.
Yeah.
Oh
I think
my
I got
God.
14. Or 13 at least.
This feels like 13. At least 13, yeah.
14.
Nice.
Nice.
14 is really good.
What I got in my AGD.
Very nice.
I fucking suck dick at this minigame.
Same.
I don't remember the last time I got 14. Probably at some point 2 years ago.
You win nothing, Switch.
What do you win? You win this dick.
Got him.
Got him.
Got him.
Got him.
Thanks. You're welcome.
Alright, we're gonna save again. Obviously, we know what's coming up.
We know what's coming up. Yep. Yo, morning, Josh.
Yeah.
That minigame gives me Sugma. What's Sugma?
What's that?
Suck my dick.
Hey!
Hey, Lamau.
Hey, Lamau. Dab on them.
Suck my dick and lick my ball.
Hey! So yeah, about Bunt, because we're using Fearless Pins now, the fight is a lot less worse than it used to be. But it can still go poorly, so because you're using Fearless Pins now instead of Wake Up Pins, Lullaby can be pretty destructive. But fortunately, I think the odds of you getting Lullaby are smaller than the odds of getting Sandstorm, which is in and of itself an upside, but also you can have the upside of having Lullaby target Mario, and Mario during the Bond fight is going to be affected by the Red Essence, which makes him immune to every attack. So even when you get Lullaby, there's still a chance for Lullaby to not do anything,
just
which...
watch my HDQ run. You'll see all of it.
Yeah, so Justin got Lullaby during his HDQ run, but he got Lullaby on Mario.
Yeah, if only the B couch had everyone like even lacking the frame.
Right?
Like you can see everyone go completely nuts. Cypher countdown, Mill and W. Like that was the good time to have all the RNG just coming together for that run.
Yeah.
The only thing missing was the Energizer freebie on Croco 2. That was it. Alright. And blocking the chef to attacks cool. Especially on Mario and Geno.
Yeah, this is super important that he blocks every chef attack perfectly. Because every bit of damage saved matters for the rest of the fight.
Yeah, with the Fearless Pins, that actually reduces damage from the spells, too. That actually allows Geno to take an extra Sandstorm. And I believe he can take an extra Drain Beam and a Blizzard now. I think. Oh my god.
Nice.
That's actually helpful in the Pando Skip Pass. That helps.
What?
Yeah,
What?
so Justin will be able to sell that Red Essence for an extra Firebomb, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, fire bombs are pretty important, even in the middle game, because you use them on Eurydivic, Dodo, Axum Rangers.
That was an amazing freebie. It's like the Red Essence freebies is about 13% compared to all the other
13%, yeah,
freebies.
compared to
Yeah, like I said
26 for
yesterday.
the other items.
Oh, 26, okay.
Somehow the Red Essence freebie odds are lower. Probably because like the Red Essence is fairly
Let's
valuable.
go. Come on. Do that again. Do
Damn,
that again.
a pair of physicals.
Do that again.
Do
Come
it
on.
again.
Okay, that's
So
okay.
in the second phase,
That's okay. Everyone's at full HP.
so at the second phase of Bun,
Okay,
you
we're
just
good.
want to attack
We're good.
once. No need to do a timed attacks because
good.
you need just to take out the candles, and each physical attack just blows one at a time.
Yeah, so pretty solid second phase.
Gino dying here won't matter because we got Bowser and Mario.
Yeah.
The essence has worn off,
Yes,
and
sir.
even if Sandstorm hits, which it does here, Bowser cannot be feared.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a jump here because it might come important for
Calamari.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've already done enough jumps because of the Yasumi gamble I did, but I'm gonna do an extra to make sure.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
So other than that Sandstorm at the very end of phase 3, that's a pretty good cake fight.
Sandstorm at
That was
the end
very
made him lose a turn, but yeah, otherwise, nothing bad happened, so can't complain.
And you got the freaking red essence freebie, man. That was sick.
Yeah, you don't see that too often. Yeah, and that's what the pick-me-ups were basically for, and the able juices from that I bought from Mushroom Kingdom for this fight specifically. Because if Gino is dead or asleep, you gotta heal him. Especially for phase 2, like that's a given. So I'm gonna enter the middle game with 7 fire and 6 ice. Would like at least two freebies of each type to get me through the middle game, but more is always helpful.
Cake percent cannot be a percent, Naybot.
Yeah, my best cake time in a run was like 107.16. Like, insane. Like, the day that I got my 246, I had a run beforehand. I had a 40-103 Croco 2. So just to give you an idea of what Turbo does for the speedrun, it lets you get through all this text really, really quickly. So now we're coming up on the ABC. So now that rare frog coin we got back from Croco 1, we're actually returning it now for the cricket pie, and we're gonna trade that in for a froggy stick, which will just get sold since Mallow is no longer needed. So what's coming up here in the middle game is that we're going to sell everything we don't need, items and equipment, and we're going to load up on bombs, fire and ice, fright bombs as well. And they're going to be used to take out a lot of these middle game bosses, because our levels are really, really low, and the bombs that we have will deal fixed damage. And some of the bosses are actually weak to fire and ice, and they'll do double damage. And then they can freebie just like the Essence did, so we really want that to happen. Because there's a couple of bosses we need freebie for, like Axum Rangers, Dodo, and Zardragon, if possible.
Also important to note that item damage is also boosted by attack increases, such like Geno Boost.
Yeah,
Like,
Geno Boost is the main one.
Yeah, the main one. There's also the
And Troopa Pin.
Energizer too, and also the Quartz Charm also boosts item damage. So you will see item damage be really high to what you can normally do.
Yeah, we don't get the Quartz Charm in any event that involves fighting collect. The only time you'll see attack boost from Trooper Pin or Geno. Or a Fright Bomb on a boss that is weak to an element. So, 6 of the fire bombs that I have are going to be devoted to sunken ship fight. And that 7th one that will be from the Essence freebie is for Uridavitic. So, Uridavitic is covered for a bomb, but we would like at least a couple for Dodo and Axel. Then a couple of Ice for Czar would be great, because then we don't have to super jump on him.
Let's hope for bomb freebies. But if you happen to not have any freebies at all, what would be your backup plan?
Well, you have to super jump on Czar Dragon. If I don't have any fire bombs after the sunken ship, I may have to save a fire bomb for Axum Rangers. So that means I would probably have to use an ice on Yared. That may not be the case.
Okay.
But yeah, bombs are gonna get adjusted and thrown around depending on my luck. I mean, it's kind of like a touch and go situation kind of thing where, like, a bomb that you initially save for this boss may not, you may not get to use it on that boss because.
Yo, we've got a rolling deep host from Lack Attack. Thank you so much, Lack.
Yeah, thanks for the host. Welcome everyone to the final run of the night here on V0oidathon.
Yo, fat host, nice. Hello, Matt. Hello, Lack. How you doing?
So, Star Hill, break out your BJW Mukus. It's the only time you'll see them.
Yeah, BGW Mukus if you got them.
Oh, yeah.
So, after all the work that I've done to get up to this point, we're going to get a star piece here for free.
BGW was here.
So you have to talk to every flower that's on the area before the door opens back up to take you to the next section.
How are the Zelda 1 runs, Lack?
So yeah, Star Hill, not much. You just want to get the star as fast as possible and just get the hell out of there.
$27.54, nice.
So I have to remember that I've got this red essence freebie when I do the seaside menu because it falls right after your small item in the item list. Usually it falls right after the heroes, but I've sold all those already, so it's going to be right after small item.
Yeah.
And the way that the seaside menu works out, any extra freebies that you get, like the flower box, drop, Croco 2, and the essence get sold at the end. They don't get like inserted into the middle of the menu. They all get sold at the end.
Which I think is way better management.
Yeah.
Makes it less confusing.
And I'll save before that menu. Because you don't want to throw away, you don't want to oversell, you don't want to mess up the menu. Or we lose item or coins. Because the coin count, the game does not stop you from selling items if it goes over your max coin count. So you really have to be very aware of your money situation. This is where we get the experience.
This is the reason why he collected so many frog coins, is for especially the experience booster, which is very important for the rest of the run.
Oh, no bad mushroom.
Mhm. 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 Yeah, so Justin now has an extra firebomb, but he does not have the bad mushroom.
And I'm gonna save again before the next star. This is probably where I should have saved at AGDQ, because the first time was my D-pad, but the second time I failed it was actually because of a weird star mechanic. It didn't kill the star when I landed on it.
Yeah, I've had that happen to me a lot before.
Because I even went back and reviewed the footage, and I was on it for like at least 3 or 4 frames, and it didn't die, and I was dumbfounded.
That star went well, though.
Yeah.
Good start.
So, compared to the old route, we're actually giving Pete HP here. She'll get special later, because that's important for the Yared fight, for her to survive after turn 2. Because if she takes a Willy Wisp and a Water Blast without the HP boost, she dies. Oh, I could have took the optimal line there, but there's usually a ghost that appears right in your way, and I could just hold up a little bit to go around those. But he didn't show up, but you gotta be ready, because the ghost can own you.
The perfect line.
Yeah, yeah.
So I don't really know the deeds as to why turn order is so whack during Calamari fight, but it's pretty convenient the way it works for us. Like we take advantage of that, and we don't let Calamari attack at all for the second phase, or not the second phase, the third phase.
Yeah.
The first and second phase
Nice.
are pretty much.
That's actually a big freebie right there, because now we don't have to worry about bad mushroom for Dodo.
Yeah.
Oh, nice freebie. And this is why you use Geno Boost on party members that uses attack items, especially the bombs. It deals even further damage.
The first freebie on Calamari is always relieving. Because you're like, well, at least I'm not dry.
Mm-hmm. And we still got 4 more chances for a freebie. Or actually 5. Nice. Alright, we're good.
That was, oh wow, very nice.
So now any extra fire bombs are devoted for the end of the game.
Finally, the good luck is kicking in.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could say that. Early game was rough, but now we're stacking up the freebies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We're coming up on the very crucial part of the game here very soon. But we still got a couple of fights. Worst room in the game. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
Yeah, that room
The
is-
linebacker, come on!
Oh my god.
And that's lame. So Gino is the only party member faster than those cheap cheeps, so if you don't run away right away...
And I think he's blocking the doorway. He is. He's blocking the door.
Man, what a jerk. Alright, that's fine. He got out of the way after that first encounter.
And now he
So,
collected the safety ring.
Even though Gino got damaged, he's gonna get a level up before Johnny, so that's not a big deal. But yeah, you gotta watch that fish as you approach the bottom there. So I will mute myself again here in a moment.
Yeah, because coming up on Johnny, it's gonna be very important. You're gonna do 100 super jumps, right?
It's optimal to do them here on Johnny.
All right. Good luck on the super jumps.
Yeah, the whole reason as to why you want to do 100 super jumps on Johnny is, and why it's optimal is because you need 100 super jumps to get the super suit, and you optimally have like 2 opportunities to do it before Monster Town. It's either on Johnny or on Balloon 2. And I think to kill Johnny in the first place, you need like a ridiculously high number of super jumps anyway. Like definitely over 80. I don't exactly know the number, but like if you're about to do like that many super jumps, then might as well go all the way and do the full 100, because Johnny has a really high physical defense, so that's why it's ideal to do super jumps on him over any other form of damage. The number you want to see here is 864.
Alright.
864. Very nice.
Very nice.
Saba ping.
And hell yeah.
So the Yared fight has changed since of the Skip Panda route. We, instead of finishing the turn or finishing the fight in 4 turns, we have to go an extra turn because we have less potent bombs that we can throw. But luckily Peach can throw a 5th shocker, so that kind of makes up for it. But it does take an extra turn, and that allows you to only use a fire and a fright bomb on Yared instead of like a fire and 2 ice on the old route. So that's where the money difference kind of comes in from not having all the bombs from before.
And something worth noting on Johnny too is that he does the super jumps because he wants to avoid a one-on-one phase. Because I believe it's either if you kill all the enemies or either if you bring Johnny down to a certain threshold, he triggers a cutscene and he's gonna have to Mario 1v1 Johnny that's really slow. So we just do
Johnny goes into the 1v1 only if he's alone and into the red. So if you don't kill any of the bandana blues, he won't ever be in the 1v1.
And also he uses a Toughen Up, I believe, to increase his attack and his defense over that phase, which makes it even slower.
This is defense only, I think.
Oh, defense. I thought he boosted his attack too.
No, it's just his defense because super jumps deal less damage on the red Johnny.
The one major thing about fighting Johnny one-on-one is he gives you less experience, which
and that matters in the experience route.
completely destroys your experience route.
Yeah, Peach doesn't learn. She doesn't reach level 11, and that matters for Yared.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't know he gives less EXP. Okay.
Today you learned. So yeah, the Yard fight here. Well, I guess I'm just gonna shut up for the audio cues.
Yeah, it's a 6-frame, and it's a 6-frame window, and there's no visual. So you have to listen to the Thunderbolt come down.
237 damage means that just in time the shockers properly.
And now that mid mushroom I bought at Moleville gets used here on Gino, so he can survive anything that comes his way. If Mario dies, it's not a big deal. So yeah, Mario's gonna die here unless it misses, but Peach and Gino will both live. So the hero gets used here to restore everybody. And now Gino boosted will throw the fire and the fright bomb. Triple water blast.
Water blast, my ass.
My ass.
Yeah, let's be real. Yari Davis is rather a very hard boss. He's a very hard boss, even casually, because he's rather notorious for his water blast. He deals a lot of damage.
So here's the Mirage phase, and now I have to throw a firebomb here at the end.
Yeah, so unfortunately for the new Yard fight, you have to go into Mirage phase, which is pretty slow.
Okay, we should be good. Alright, we're good. No mistime shockers. If you mistime a shocker, you have to throw an ice to make up for the damage lost. But luckily that wasn't.
And also something about the Mirage phase on Yaridovik is that whenever you attack Yaridovik, the cursor will automatically target the correct.
Yeah, they overlooked that when they programmed this game.
Alright. Thanks, Austin. Good night. So we get a flower box for free here if we just cooperate with Yared and hand over the star. And we sell that to finance a star and the trampoline shortcut it lands in.
Very important to sell that flower box. You don't want to get to Balloon Temple and be like, whoops, don't have enough money.
A little bit of equipment change for Balloon 2, and we're on our way. Save here. This is kind of like where the run really starts to... Okay, I knew that was probably the case. Akira showing up. But this is where the run really starts to heat up a little bit. Because you're on the verge of getting the supers.
So this is why he did the 100 super jumps on jump.
There we go.
Limited cannon shot.
Yeah. I forgot how to do non-stop gecko, so we're
come on.
We're gonna take it easy. I know. I've been working on it, but bad. Abort. Abort. No bees.
Yeah, definitely abort now. Had you not missed the last jump, you would have made it for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, you want to land just like in Bandit's Way. You want to land on the flower on a specific point so that Mario's facing the opposite direction, ready for him to launch. So if your movement is a little off there, you gotta watch. I saw that lag.
At limit
Hey,
break, I was like, Pidge. At limit break, I was like, Pidge, please do fast geckos for me. And she went for it, but she didn't get it. She fell down, but she still went for it.
It's all about consistency.
Yeah.
You can't argue with that.
They're just with price.
I think fast gecko is like my favorite piece of movement optimization in this game.
My vines are better. I will say that. My vines are better.
Your vines are better?
Yeah.
What's up? When is Tasmania?
Ice. There's one ice.
One ice freebie? Nice, nice. So ideally Justin here would like 2, which would make the potential of getting ice freebies on Mega Smilax not a worry, pretty much. If you get 2 ice freebies during this run, that guarantees that you don't have to super jump on Zardragon. Every ice freebie past the first 2 are gravy that can be potentially used on Balloon. Nice! Not Balloon, Gunyoke, my bad. Yeah, that's
One more
2.
for Axums would be nice.
Very nice.
Yeah, so a third one for Axums would only be used if the Rock Candy is not freebie. Freebieing the Rock Candy on Axums is ideal and saves like 15 seconds. Pretty ridiculous.
Then after that, we got coming up, we got the and stars.
Well, typical. Typical Justincredible.
Always lucky.
Always.
Oh,
The game knows who's playing it.
It was worth getting those 5 bombs on Croco 1 now.
Yeah. Was it 5? I thought it was 6.
Oh, it was a lot.
Too many.
Yeah, definitely too many. So on that start, Justin entered the doorway and went back right away so that he would not get an extra pause during the start animation. Because if you get too many level ups when you're in a star, that's gonna pause the game.
Like being
that's
assertive.
waste his start timer. So to avoid that, he just goes down to the other room and then he comes back in to avoid the pause. Because I believe the first star gives 11 EXP per monster, and then the second star gives 6, and that is counted in the EXP route, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And he pays the shaman on the trampoline to get back out faster.
Are we getting first try fortune?
Please, first try fortune.
No. Alright, so if you don't get the right fortune after 7 tries, the 8th one will always give you the correct one.
Average.
Alright, I'm gonna go death.
So the Stratton Balloon 2 is gonna be Justin. Justin is gonna throw a Fright Bomb here, and then depending on the damage roll that he gets will depend how many super jumps he will do. 170 is the lowest possible roll you can get, so Justin will have to do 59 jumps. Also, avoid hungry.
Boy hungry, agreed.
So the damage value Justin is going to be looking at here is 942.
Alright. Not the greatest roll from Gino, but...
Yeah, you got the lowest possible roll.
Can't win them all.
Can't win them all.
Important because he needs to kill Bilom as fast as possible, because in this fight he can swallow your team, all your party members, and it can spawn clones which can change the XP route. it's not a lot, but it can still mess up the XP route.
Yeah, it's
Anyway,
also
so-
it's also slow as heck. So you really
Oh,
want to deal with Balloon 2 in
Yeah,
one
you
turn.
want to one shot. You want to one turn him.
Yeah.
So after this, I'm gonna go talk to the dog next door, and he will give me the attack scarf and the. So yeah, we're good on ice bombs all the way through to the end of the game, but now any bonuses are for Gunyalk. We could have that 4 ice Gunyalk strat come up again, like I did yesterday.
This is where he gets the super suit and the attack scarf.
And coming up is the acquisition of the Trooper Pin, which gives an automatic Geno boost for attack to its wearer. And all you have to do is scale the cliff in under 12 seconds. And the only way that it goes away is if Shredder is used on the wearer, but you don't see that until Final Smithy. If we ever see Safehead.
What's up, dogs? Right? Long time no see.
What's up?
What's up? What's your fastest time on the cliff climb?
Well, it depends if you're using RTA strats or man strats. Because you can get sub 9 with man strats. You can get sub 10 with RTA strats.
Yeah.
Just fastest time overall.
Fastest time overall, it's definitely sub 9. I don't remember exactly what it is.
Char has a 898, I think.
898? Yeah, it's really...
Or 890,
Oh.
something like that.
That's really insane.
Sick.
Well, like I said, it depends on what stress you're using.
So this fight's pretty straightforward. There's one turn that could be scary.
Yeah.
And it's right here.
Here we go, Mega Smilax.
Okay, we're good. Oh, that was the max roll for Mario.
Nice.
And we're good here. Yeah, I think Bowser had a really good roll too.
So the problem with that turn is the Smilax can use, I think it's Pollen Nap?
Yeah.
Yeah, and if he uses Pollen Nap on Mario, then consider rage quitting, honestly, because that not only that's really rare, but that screws you over real bad.
Yeah, it really slows you down.
Like, you don't have to worry about Bowser and Geno, because Geno has the super suit as Bowser has the Trooper Pin, but Mario is butt naked for this fight.
Yeah. And he's not needed for the final phase anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
it's
So
kinda
him
good that he
either
turns into-
dying or becoming a mushroom here is irrelevant. You can just go ham with both Geno and Bowser, because they do a lot of damage by themselves.
And also, now we're going to start seeing counterattack from bosses, and Mega Smilax did one there.
Mm-hmm.
And they're always a physical attack. It's not like he can counter with a spell, and you can't do nothing about it. They're always physical.
Could you imagine if they could counter with spells? Fuck.
Yeah, imagine.
boy, that would be impossible.
That'd be rough.
Alright, let me see if I can do the vines a little bit better than I did at HQ. Try to make Void proud here.
Did Justin train 10,000 hours for these vines? 10,000 hours of DKC2.
Vine climb hype.
Oh, that's awkward. I have to ride that one up. That was weird. He leapt around to the back side of the vine.
Yeah, that was
really
weird.
Whoa.
I can understand taking it safe. At least no fall.
Yeah, you
Perfectly
really don't want to
fine.
fall. That's the main issue. So this menu's different. We don't sell anything, but now we also give Gino the amulet instead of the safety ring, because he could deal some extra damage, which helps the Birdo fight since we don't have a bad mushroom to work with. And also that possibility for the Valentina fight, we can possibly do a turn skip on that fight as well. So this is basically cutscene land. So I picked up a pick-me-up. I need to buy, just for safety, probably an able juice and a mid-mushroom. Just in case, for later. You have the money for them. And I don't buy the war fan anymore. That used to be my thing, but with the new route, you need the super slap. Since you don't have the money to buy the war fan now, since you don't sell the work pants or the amulet. So on this cutscene, once Mario is ready to get turned into a statue, I'm going to step out for the last break of the run. We'll try to bring her home. Benefits of Turbo. Take a break here. Alright, I will be right back.
Void, I have a question. In the 80% route, even for safe strat, do people sometimes go get the lazy shells?
Nah, that's way out of the way. So to get the lazy shell, you need the seed and the fertilizer, both of which are out of the way. The fertilizer, I think, is in it's here in Nimbus Land, but yeah, you have to talk to a shy guy that is outside of the palace. And the seed, I think, is in Bean Valley, but is also out of the way. And then after that, you have to backtrack to Rose Town, and then watch a pretty long cutscene, then afterwards climb a vine, get the lazy shell there. And it's just like, it's such a massive time waste. Like, the lazy shell is really good, but it's so not worth getting for any percent. Even like the safe any percent route doesn't even bother with it, and just I think what it does instead is it gets a bunch of frog coins and buys crystallines and
Power Blast.
power blasts. Yes, thank you, Justin.
Oh,
But yeah, the lazy shell is it's not a thing in any percent.
Yeah.
okay.
Hell no.
Yeah, and the lazy shell reduces. Yeah, if it wasn't already mentioned, it reduces not only the wearer's speed, it also reduces their attack and magic attack by 50. So you can't really attack with it. So it really doesn't help you except protect you from stuff. So just like the Kurt minigame, we beat this one, we get a feather. And that's also important with a speedrun, because it does influence turn order.
Yeah, the feather boosts your speed by what, 20? I think.
20.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's 20.
Trooper Pin does the same as well. Boosts his speed by 20, but it gives an attack boost.
It's only used for the back half of Volcano, but it's still pretty important to have.
Yeah. Those 1 pixel big eyeballs of his. So Nimbus Land's got some neat movement.
Yeah, those
tech
not
to it
necessarily
as well.
stupid.
There's a couple of heavy troopers that we got to get around, and fortunately, they don't block the door entirely. If you look at the carpet here, the carpet's made of 2 tile wide. It's 2 tiles wide, and they're placed on the left side of the carpet, so that leaves the right side open to get by them. So you're gonna see that come into play here in just a minute.
So yeah, back in that cutscene, Dodo is not necessarily stupid. It's just that I believe that his helmet blocks his view.
Mm-hmm.
So here it comes, the trooper skip.
But he's still sometimes a stupid bird. Let's leave it at that.
I didn't get owned by the epic shaman. Oh, that's your setup. That's really cool. I like that.
Yeah.
That's what you meant by aligning yourself with the carpet.
Yeah. Yeah, I was a little bit too far on the right, but I didn't get hit by the shaman. It's
Yeah.
really neat.
Fuck that shaman. So that shaman, like, when you're climbing back the stairs coming from getting the castle key, the shaman can go left as you jump over him and you get into an encounter. It's really annoying.
Yeah.
So here what Justin's gonna do is gonna boost Mario, and then afterwards, after cracking the egg, he's gonna try and do enough damage to Bertho, so that hopefully he can skip using the bad mushroom that he could not buy in Seaside.
Yeah, this is the benefit of also with Mario taking attack at level 3 so early, is that he can deal more damage here.
Yeah, so it's more likely to get the bad mushroom skip. 240 is not a good roll, though. Yuck.
Yeah. Just get one big roll, we're good. Let's see, 240, 240. I'm gonna attack here with Bowser.
Attack with both. Attack with both.
Yeah, because you don't want Birdo to go into her other phase, because then it gets really nasty.
Yeah.
It's just a time waster if that happens. But yeah, if those rolls were bad, that's where the bad mushroom comes in, but I don't have it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, another raid.
Yo, Mr. Mighty Mouse with the raid. Thank you very much, sir.
Got both skips, got the fan skip and the Joffles.
Yeah, that was a good segment. So yeah, welcome
Yeah,
to the back half of an SMRPG speedrun by my man Justin. Justin is actually the world record holder of this category. So yeah, you're in for a treat.
And
Yeah,
about
the rough
I was
start,
gonna
but he definitely made it up now.
Yeah, I was gonna say something about that first trooper skip. There's actually, if you notice on the bottom of the floor, there's like little lines that separate. Those are actually tile separators. You can use that to line yourself up to get by the trooper pretty easy. Like if you notice there on that little inset or the door, there's like a little line splitting that passageway in half. You just line Mario up on the right side and go straight in.
Sadly, there will be no QLX this run, but that doesn't make this run bad by any stretch.
Yeah, I hold the record in 80% with turbo, without turbo, and the beat Kulex category. For those that are
Because
coming.
QLX is just out of the way 90%. It's not worth it at all 90%.
Yeah.
That's it. Even if you get the Quartz Charm, at that point, I don't know if there would be any relevant uses for it.
Makes Countdown free.
Oh yeah, fuck Countdown. Let's be
Countdown
real. Fuck
becomes
that
free once you have the Quartz Charm, and the Safety Ring, and the Attack Scarf, and the... So, luckily I've got this Firebomb, so this fight should go pretty good. there's 3 phases. There's a Dodo 1v1 where Dodo's going to take the middle character, which is Bowser, and he's got the Trooper pin on. And Bowser's going to chuck this fire bomb. It's going to deal 360 because he's not only weak to fire, but he's also his attack is boosted because of the Trooper pin. And then just our untimed physical will finish him off on that phase. And then phase 2 will be Valentina versus Mario and Geno. And then once Valentina takes, I think it's 800 damage, Bowser and Dodo will join the fight. And if we get good rolls, we could possibly get a turn skip on Valentina. We won't have to deal with 4 attacks only.
I don't even know what kind of rolls you're supposed to get.
Pretty much max rolls across the board almost.
Yeah. It's pretty rare. I don't think I've ever had that happen.
Got a freebie there. Well, that's one less firebomb I need to get in the key.
Are you serious,
Yeah.
man? Come on. Nice.
That stupid firebomb in the platform room is so slow to get and annoying.
So the difference here, Geno doesn't have the safety ring, so if he takes any ice attacks, he's gonna take some damage. Though the amulet does, ooh, max roll, that's good. That's what we want to see. The amulet half blocks elemental attacks, so Geno's gonna take some damage now, but not as much. As long as he doesn't die. Ooh, another max roll. Okay, we might get turn skip if this keeps up. 438 is the max with Mario's enhanced attack level 3.
Yeah, jiggle physics. Yeah.
Nice roll. Roll. Okay, all spells. Okay, this don't hit Geno, please. Oh, okay. No turn skip. So, I'm not even gonna another max roll? Okay, we're gonna do this just to see.
Yeah, go for
Just
it
to
still.
see.
Ouch.
Okay, yeah, you need Geno's attack there to get the turn skip.
Dang.
I've never had max rolls like that. Are we getting 4?
Oh, man.
Yeah, triple max roll is
Almost.
crazy.
Almost. 434 on that last one. That's unheard of. That's
Usually-
almost better than triple.
Wow, that was still really sick.
Usually I get 420.
So, Bowser took attack at level 10. He's also going to take HP, or he took HP at level 10. He's also going to take it here. So he has enough HP to survive a Dark Star from Countdown, provided that we're on experience route, because that will be important.
Still a very good Valentina and Dodo fight.
So yeah. The attack there with Bowser after Geno died wasn't really needed, but just to see if we could get it, I doubt it. But you really need big rolls from every character in that fight to get the turn skip. Especially if she does physical or does spells, it takes up a lot of time. In fact, in my PB, I had 3 physicals, or not 3 physicals, 3 spells and a physical. Very
Too
slow
bad
fight.
environments actually did job, but man, that's how it goes.
Now, to compensate for Mario taking attack at level 3, we have to take special at level 15, so that the super jump damage will even out when we get... Because that does matter. Because that's his main method of attack now, is super... Or ultra jump, or just regular... And I'm gonna save before going into the volcano, because we got one more invincibility star, and we got one more ability swap glitch that we have to do for the run. And I'm pretty sure it was mentioned, but we did a skill swap on the Sea Star earlier to get Chakra on Peach. Now we're going to get Genoblast on the Peach. And that's going to be used for the inner factory. And there's one boss, and there's one fight here in the volcano where it's going to get used as well.
Because she needs to learn Genoblast, right?
Yes.
gonna go right back up here to the inn, and we're gonna make a save. And then we'll go to the volcano, where the run really heats up.
Ha
Forehead.
So I don't have an ice for Corkbadite, so we're gonna have to do double equipment swaps here, Star. But this is kind of like my favorite part of the run, right here.
The whole volcano is really cool.
Now the ice bombs that we freebied will come in handy for Zara Dragon. What? I have to reset there. I've never done that before. Walk right by the Corkbadite.
I've never seen that either.
Yeah, there's actually a little ledge that you can land, or that you can walk by him with. I've never done that. Never. That's how close I cut my movement there. I cut it so close that it completely missed him. And that would have messed up the experience route. It wouldn't have messed up the fact that I won't get Genoblast on Peach. That, when I do the swapping of the characters, that ensures that that Genoblast will get put on Peach when she levels up. Because the very first enemy you hit during the star is the level up on Peach.
But for the skill squad, especially what happens is that the moment you touch the star chest, there's like a small frame window that you can actually swap party members, and somehow it confuses the game that it thinks that it's Geno in that spot, and in fact it's now Peach. And the game, like when Geno levels up, it instead transferred to Peach. Is that pretty much it?
Okay, so Justin missing the very last enemy there on that star will not guarantee level 14 Bowser for countdown, but that's still fine. Peach has Genoblast. We can still truck along.
Yeah.
Bowser being level 14 for countdown means that he can survive a Dark Star if countdown decides to do so. But we'll just have to get lucky. That's fine.
Yeah.
Getting
hung up. Yeah, getting hung up on that ledge during that one screen caused me to not get there in time. But yeah, after countdown, experience route really doesn't matter. Ooh, Fright Bomb. And plus, Mario won't be 15 for Czar. That's not a big deal, though. We got
that's not a big deal. Oh, reel the room.
Okay, I got to skip. I had a hard time getting... Oh, I hate that spiny. Fuck. Oh God, I hate those things.
Wow.
They can suck it.
The wall of spinies.
Gee, they are out for blood.
Yeah, they were all against you.
Normally that dry bones doesn't wake up, like,
yeah.
in time.
So what Justin did in the room before the one where he got bullied by all those enemies was stump and skip. It's actually a pretty precise jump. There is a spot in one of the corners where Stump It is that is not touched by his hitbox,
Yeah.
so you can actually jump there and then afterwards just basically go around him. If you get into the encounter, it's not the end of the world, but it's really slow. It's like a 45-second time loss. You can kill Stump It in like one hit with Geno World, but yeah, it's not ideal at all.
Let's ice. 420 freeze it.
420 freeze it. Yeah, Zara can do
Nice.
a lot of different attacks here.
Freeze it.
And him doing a spell here is good. If he does a physical, then he's gonna spawn those things I like to call the Dragon Balls, and that loses a lot of time.
Yeah.
You do a lot of damage too.
Normally, you don't want to see spells, but this is one of the rare exceptions. Okay, no ice freebie, but we still got one on Axums for a backup.
So Gonsanbone has really low physical defense, so Justin is going to do 2 punches, and afterwards a few ultra jumps, and that's going to dispatch him pretty easily.
Yeah, since Mario's level 14, I'm going to do a couple extra ultra jumps to counter the level loss.
Yeah, I think at least 13 should be good.
Do 14. Because the damage rolls was pretty low too. From
Yeah,
this
fair.
And Mario will get his level up now. And I have to take special here to counteract the attack at level 3.
Mm-hmm.
So removing Bowser's weapon is important because it's not only does the Hurley Glove slower, it makes the damage consistent. So you don't deal too little or too much on an Axum Ranger if you have to attack with them.
I believe
Since you're using bombs, all your bomb freebies will converge on this fight. So if you have a fire, ice, and a rock candy, you're in good shape. What I have. But we want the rock to freebie, because then not only can we use the freebie rock candy again, that saves us the fire and ice for later. And the reason we really want a firebomb for this fight is to disable Axum Pink immediately. We do not want her to act at all, because she has Petal Blast, and only Bowser is protected from status ailments in the fight. Because Geno is still wearing the feather.
Which Axum Ranger is your favorite? Mine is Axum Black because he has the shades.
Gotta go with red. I like red.
Red's a nice color, yeah.
Axum blue and Axum white. Make it happen. So that's the randomizer talking there.
Do they actually have Axum Rangers of different colors?
I think that's going to be a thing in
Wow.
later revisions.
That's pretty cool.
Okay. So here we go. We're gonna throw the rock candy. Those rock candy freebies before were manipulated. Now these are just pure chant. Okay, so here's the backup. And now we have to ultra jump with Mario and hit every surviving ranger.
Yeah. Because the Rock Candy plus the Firebomb dispatches Axum Pink right away, which is pretty important because if Axum Pink is alive after turn 1, then she does Petal Blast, and Petal Blast will... It will kill your run. There's no other way around it.
You could do rock, ice only, and chant, but you have to do like more ultras on Pink, which is not likely.
Yeah. The odds are not in your favor.
So here comes the ice from Koopa. No freebie. So we're only gonna have one ice for Gunyolk at the end here, which isn't good. And now we gotta boost Mario so he can survive Breaker. Then once Breaker Beam is used, the Axum Rangers will take a timeout to recharge. Okay, we're good. No 1% or no 1 out of 256 chance for a miss.
Huh.
It has happened to people before.
Gen 1 miss.
I've gotten the miss on XM Red before, but not on Blade.
Yeah. I think Millennium got it on Blade. I think. I don't know if that's accurate. It might have been another runner, but yeah. Someone got it on.
That sounds like a Millennium thing, though. Not that, like, it's necessarily a Millennium mistake, but he has, like, the weirdest stuff happen to him when he's, like, on good paces.
Forgetting to do Nimbus Manip because he didn't scroll the text, something like that.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Millennium.
Speaking of Nimbus manipulation for Bowser doors, we're coming upon that now. I don't think I need to mute myself for that. So you can go ahead and explain it if you want.
Yeah, so after this cutscene that Justin is going up to, he's gonna save the game and reload it, and the reason for that is the same reason as the save and reload for Clowns. It's to make the energy consistent, and then afterwards he's gonna make it so he leaves Nimbus Land on a very specific frame window that will guarantee him that he knows pretty much which Bowser doors to take so that he does not get battle doors. Battle doors are extremely slow and hard to deal with, and they do not hand out items that you want at the end of them.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty much the whole thing.
Yeah, puzzle doors are fast, plus they give us rock candies for completing them. And the action doors also give us rock candy as well. And there's an ice bomb and a fright bomb in too.
Because there are 6 battle doors in the Bowser's Cap.
There are 2 battle doors, 2 action doors, and 2 puzzle doors. And
yeah,
you
so
have
to
you have to complete 4 doors out of 6. So you do not want the battle doors. So yeah. Take a left here after the save, down left afterwards, then cut this corner, then afterwards talk to that guy, and because Justin is using turbo, he's not going to have trouble mashing through his text, but you want to mash through that text fairly quickly to ensure the correct manipulation, or at least like to ensure that you can time the window properly.
Yeah. The old manip was, I think, a 7-frame or an 8-frame window. Now this one's an 11.
6 or 7 was the old, if I'm not mistaken.
And now there's also a new wrong warp discovered that's in the factory. That actually, the Bowser doors, in the order that you do them, actually matter. Set that up. Basically, how this wrong warp will work. There's a room in the factory that has checkpoints in it, where if you fall off the conveyor belt, you can go right back up on to where you left off. And also, there's a bit in the code that corresponds not only to that, but also to what position the Goomba finishes in the triathlon. But there's also a way that we can set that bit ourselves with the cannonball in one of the action platformers. But if you enter any of the puzzle doors after you set the bit for the wrong warp, it actually messes it up. So you have to do the doors in a specific order. And we're going to save here, just so...
What if you failed the manip?
You don't worry about it. It's only a 7-second time save in the factory. It's no big deal. You just have to do the room normally.
Alright.
Yeah, it's no big deal. It's just a minor time save.
A coin box on door 2, I think, is ideal.
Yeah, that's right. 9. Okay,
Not too familiar with the flow chart for the new minute.
12. Okay. 7. Okay, Topper has the advantage. So even if you try to take all 4 every time, he can still win. So he actually did the worst pattern. So I had to take 1 coin just to see what he does to force a win. This is always the same. It's always like if you ever play the randomizer, those are randomized also with the ball puzzle, and then it becomes really interesting.
One more reason for me to play the rando.
Yeah, I think Swinch did the randomization of the ball puzzle, button puzzle.
I might have to try it out at one point, the Sam RPG rando. But yeah, I wanted to say about the second puzzle door that he's gonna do. There's a part in particular that in Japanese is because of the quiz part of the.
Okay, door 2 was coins, so now we go door 4. Okay, we got invisible floor, so that changes our door order. So I'm gonna consult my chart here in a minute. Door 1 is next.
Is that the other action door, or the puzzle door? In the menu.
Ooh, that was close.
Oh.
Okay, I tried to go for donkey skip, but my alignment was off. I did get the super slap here. Now door 1 should be quiz. Yep.
Yeah.
The platform has to be after the quiz or the puzzle.
Yeah, to set up the wrong warp.
Yep. Invis floor does not matter.
So yeah, for the puzzle quiz in the Japanese version, it's just basically memorizing. It's just memorizing what are the questions and what are the equivalents in English. That's basically it.
4, 8, 12, 13. Keep 13.
46 for BGW.
Watch me get 47.
Dude, 47 is pretty rare.
45.
45 is boring.
Yeah, typically there's 40 barrels on every layer if you count all the layers except the top layer. You count the top barrels.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you ended up having to get a frame that the wrong warp's not possible on, you have to rely on Goomba here, which he's in second, so that wouldn't work. 2, 1. So the worse position Goomba finishes in, the better your wrong warp will be. And it only saves time if he's third or fourth. So 6 is the final door that we enter, and this will be the platform room, which is where we actually manip the bit value to set up the wrong warp. So in the second room, I'm gonna jump off the cannonball at the very end while holding down on the D-pad. That's all you have to do to set that up. So not here when I get the rock candy, but when I get off on it the final time. Right. And that's it. Nothing you do from here on out will influence that bit value. Now, I do need to pick up a Kira Kira Cola at the end of this room for the Smithy 2 fight. But I already got my fire bombs I need. Potential to get the Smithy Gamble trap on in the second phase. getting the firebomb in this room is a lot slower than the other one that I picked up. And the Kira that I need to pick up is right here at the end. So it's very, very important that you don't exit this room. You can't go back. That. Save again. For the heck of it. Just to ensure that we don't lose our progress.
Yeah, why not?
So, we use a Fright Bomb here. Magic Koopa's weak to fear.
Pretty rare for bosses to be afflicted by fear, but Magic Koopa is one of them.
Okay, Flame Wall. Blast is the fastest spell that he can cast. There are a couple just as fast, but you don't want Water Blast. You can do it.
Yeah.
Fuck Water Blast.
Water Blast my ass.
Whoa.
Whoa.
What?
Whoa, dude.
Whoa.
So after this cutscene, we're going to set up for Boomer and Exor. We're going to set up the turn orders so that Gino goes after Mario. And that's really you're really going to see that why that is on Exor. I'm entering the item menu to auto-sort my items. Because you don't want to flub around in there looking for stuff. So coming up is a jump attack, followed by Geno Boost to Mario, and then 47 jump on the second turn. No counter. So Boomer has another phase that he can go into. He has a blue phase where he's weaker to physicals, but it's a few turns before he gets into that phase. So it's just better to super jump instead of
Easy
waiting
boss.
on the phase. See ya, Boomer-chan. Yeah, it's unfortunate that, like, I'm looking ahead on the gun yoke fight. It's unfortunate that we didn't have any ice freebies that carried over. Considering we had 3 freebies from the ant and didn't get any. But that's how it goes sometimes. Fortunately, I got that Fright Bomb from the Corkbodite fight in the volcano. Worst case scenario, I'll have a Fright Bomb at least on Smithy 1, if no other bombs freebie, because that will be important, since we use an extra rock candy in the factory than we did in the previous route.
And now Exor. Very easy boss. Imperial.
Yeah, so the thing about Exor is you cannot be damaged when both his eyes are open, so you need to damage one of his eyes to have his protection gone, basically. And afterwards, like, for whatever reason, Exor was not flagged as a boss, so you can Geno whirl him and kill him in one shot.
Yeah. 9999. Let's go.
I don't know if it has to do with the fact that him having his protection removed from having one of his highest damage also removes the flag that sets him as a boss, or if it's actually an oversight from coding the game, but it's definitely pretty convenient because Hexor is really strong.
Yeah, the mouth and the eyes are strong. The mouth can do like light beam or aurora flash, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah,
very
bunch of
high
nasty
level,
attacks.
Special attack. Yeah, exactly.
All right, are we gonna get clot blocked?
Clock to block. Yeah, countdown is coming up next.
Bless you.
That's gonna be rough.
We post a lack never lucky in the chat.
Yeah, final area of the game.
But just a little thing back to Exor is that I think he's the only boss that can actually use the Geno World to the time Geno World to do the 9999 damage.
Yes, that is correct.
So Bowser is not level 14, so no Dark Star on Geno or Bowser. That's the key point.
One of the most trolled bosses in the game, in my opinion.
So yeah, turn one, Justin's gonna ultra jump on both the bells and the clock himself. Then boost Mario. And afterwards, throw a bunch of rock candies, hopefully. Let's spin the wheel.
Okay, this has to hit Mario. Come on. Yeah.
That was a pretty fortunate outcome.
Okay, he healed the bell due to time is marching on, so I gotta do extra jump to counter that.
Ooh, okay.
Yep.
Nice.
Nobody's favorite boss. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah,
I don't know if that was enough damage. The ultra jumps were not targeting that bell that much.
Yeah.
Come on, give me a freebie. One. Come on. Alright, it doesn't matter who it hits now. That's fine. Yeah, this is fine. Yeah, time is marching on is actually pretty bad.
Yeah, so now Geno goes down, but Mario should be able to clean this up. Yep.
Yeah, boosted Mario is your friend.
Yeah.
Ouch, Bowser got one-shotted. Oof.
Yeah, he did. He took 135. If he would have had the extra level, it would have only done 133, and his HP is actually 134. If he's on level. Oh crap!
Dang. Not the jump.
Okay, so here comes the wrong work. Pay attention on this next screen after the Mac. Hold up, and the checkpoint is set at the very end of the room.
And that's it. That's the wrong warp. Saves a good 6 to 7 seconds.
Yeah, save
Oh,
7.
nice.
Very nice room right there with both machine-made Boyer skip and that Axum Ranger corridor.
Yeah.
So machine-made Yared, pretty straightforward. 37 super jumps.
If I had a rock candy, I would have done 20 super jumps with Mario, and Bowser would have thrown the rock. But he can also drop a rock candy, which would be really great. didn't do it, and also a side effect, Geno does not get his level up before Earthlink, which isn't too big of a deal, but that level up will get pushed over after the fight. So for some reason, the character who has the highest speed doesn't get to go first, which is Mario, but it works out because Geno can boost Mario right away.
So Blizzard turn 1 from Domino is fine. Domino can do a lot of nasty attacks. Well, I think the nastiest thing you can do is hit the bubble on Bowser, which will inflict fear and make you lose a turn. So why is he attacking again?
Probably I got low rolls. I may have mistimed the Hurley Glove, but also Geno not getting his level up might have impacted
that. Yeah, okay, so this is where it comes into play. I was a bit confused. Because usually he should have died that turn and moved on to the second.
He should have definitely died. But yeah. So the super jumps here are pretty important.
Yeah, so Justin's gonna need 64 of those bad boys.
Oh, okay, I have to heal. I pressed a little early, and also the super jumps are a little further apart here than other bosses. So it's really deceptive, but it's fine. I healed just in case he had poison.
Yeah, I think poison would have killed at that rate. Would kill Mario.
Yeah.
Poison is unblockable damage.
That should be enough. Because if you drop super jumps, you have to add 8 to your total for the next volley, because the first jump deals 8 times as much damage. So you can kind of do the math and figure out how many more you need to finish the boss.
Do the math.
No maths, please. But the question, Justin, why in the first phase of the Earthlink fight do you choose to kill Domino instead of Cloak?
Well, the snake takes on the same affinity as whatever boss you leave alive. So if you left Domino alive, then you'd have Mad Adder, which deals a lot of magic attacks.
Yeah, Mad Hatter like, as opposed to Earthling, Mad Hatter would be significantly weaker to physical attacks, but that doesn't, like, that doesn't make it worth fighting over Earthling.
Yeah, Mad Hatter's stats are pretty insane.
Yeah, like, he has a really high magic defense, meaning super jumps are useless against him, and even if you were to go ham on him with physical attacks, then that would give him a lot of turns to do a bunch of nasty attacks, like Sandstorm, Light Beam are just a few of the attacks he can do.
Yeah, there's a lot that can kill you, and plus, Cloaker, all he does is physicals, and Earthlink, the only attack that he does that you can't block is poison. You can actually block the Carnikiss.
You can actually block Carnikiss, yes.
Normally you can't block it, but on that particular boss you can. So that's why we opt for Cloaker to keep alive instead of Domino. And Domino has less HP anyway, so it makes...
Yeah, exactly. Less HP and I think also less physical defense.
I believe so.
Yeah.
So we automatically get a rock candy from Toad when he comes in to offer us another shot. And that's actually used for Director here. I don't have another rock candy freebie.
Like, I think it's actually been theory crafted a couple times that Mad Hatter could potentially save time over Earthling, but ultimately when it comes time to test it out, it never pans out because that fight is garbage.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff looks good on paper, but when you actually go into testing it, and you're like, well, this maybe didn't.
Well, back to the beach.
Back to the beach, idiot. Yeah, okay. It's good to understand.
So this is where the Genoblast that we got from the skill swap in the volcano comes in. Ooh, 152. That's exactly enough that we need to kill everyone. Second Genoblast. If it was less than that, then Geno would have had to have done it there. Mario's final level up. The haiku. Why does everyone care about Mario? Basically what he's final equipment of the game. So hopefully one of the next 3 bombs I throw that deal damage will freebie, and that'll make for a faster 51. Otherwise we have to rely on the Fright Bomb. So 39 here. And then the rock candy for 300 more damage. Yep, we got the Fright Bomb there at the end of the list for Smithy. Worst case scenario. Nice. Alright. We're gonna have a 1-1 Gunyult, which is slow, but we got the rock candy for Smithy 1. So there's like 7 different possible strats that you have for Gunyult, and they're all based on what bombs you have up to this point in the game. Unfortunately, we got the slowest strat there is, but what can you do?
Nice rock candy freebie.
Oh, the freebie that doesn't matter.
Yep.
Feels bad, man.
So yeah, that sleepy bomb that Justin bought years ago at Tadpole Pond is used on this fight.
Yeah, we have to boost Mario and Peach here. But luckily, using spells and items do not wake anyone up. So... Oh, okay, well... That will help, actually.
Yeah, convenient.
Ice instead of Shocker for Peach, which is a little faster. So, not bad. So yeah, Mallow didn't get his level up because of the Volcano Star.
420
So
again.
he finally gets it there. So we have a rock candy for Smithy 1. So that's less super jumps we have to do on him to set him up for the final round. And then hopefully on the second phase we can get a transformation to Chest Hit and deploy the fire weakness using our fire bombs and super flame that we got. So first, Mario's going to attack Smithy. We're going to hope to see a 198 or higher on his roll. And then we're going to do a boost Mario with Geno, and then do the super jumps that we need. And then Geno's going to boost Peach, and Peach is going to finish the fight with the rock candy. And that will set up a full round of attacks on Smithy 2 before he transforms into head. I will mute myself, or deafen myself, for this first part.
So that first part is pretty straightforward. Justin is going to do a physical with Mario, and then afterwards boost Mario with Geno, so that he can do a lot of super jumps on Smithy on turn 2. And yeah, the song owns, so get those sour please going in the chat. Or Void tunes. Sour if you please. What's up, Nightler? Yeah, after Justin will be done with the super jumps, he's looking at 70. I think he said that he had the rock candy. He's looking at either 70 or 71. It all depends on that damage roll that you do on the very first physical attack with Mario on turn 1. And afterwards, he's going to boost Peach and throw that rock candy. And what that's going to do is actually gonna make him go into Smithy 2 with a full turn of Smithy 2 being on Unformed Head, and Unformed Head can be dealt a lot of physical damage really fast, which is pretty convenient. And when it changes heads afterwards, it does not attack. Nice freebie.
Well, that'll be that might be useful for Smithy too.
I think that will definitely be useful, actually.
Nice.
You're gonna go for the gamble, right?
If Geno lives, that rock candy might get used.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the idea here at the end is that you want Smithy 2 to transform to Chest Head just before we cross him below 2,000 HP, because it's based on his HP remaining.
Yep, so Justin will have to do around 130 super jumps instead of the full 200.
Yeah. And if he doesn't transform, I'll just finish him off with super jumps.
Yeah.
Because Mario could be in danger of dying. He's boosted, so we gotta really protect him. So here we go.
Void-S. The only usage of Super Slap in the game, or in the run, I should say. The value you're looking for here is 3,028, which means that you got the 100 super jumps. Easy every time. So here, Gino uses the Caracara Cola so that Justin can get his flower points back. Mostly. Getting HP back is also pretty nice, but it's mostly because of the flower points. Shocker does a lot of damage to Tankhead Smithy, because Tankhead Smithy is weak to lightning. Ooh. And here Justin is actually going to go for the gamble, so yeah, like you mentioned earlier, he's going to make it so that he does just enough super jumps on Tankhead Smithy so that he does not cross the 2000 HP threshold.
So I'm gonna throw the rock here, and since Gino might die anyway, it doesn't really impact anything.
Yeah.
What form is preferable to stay on in Smithy fight? Smithy 2, preferably? Tankhead or?
Tankhead, you can do super jumps on him, so like Tankhead has the highest DPS out of all. The safest would be Chesthead, I would say. Chesthead cannot like really do any magic attacks like Magehead, and also doesn't have insane defenses like Safehead. So Justin did not get the gamble unfortunately here, so he's just gonna finish him off with super jumps.
GG.
Nice run!
Nice run.
Nice run, let's go.
Yeah, it's a 50-50 shot on the gamble, so if you don't get it, you gotta knock out the rest of that 2100 HP that he might have left with super. Take quite a while to do it.
Pretty nice run.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad.
Definitely a rocky start, but the mid game you got really lucky. That definitely made up for
Yeah,
it.
the late game was really good.
Yeah. Yeah,
Definitely made up for it.
the opening is really the foundation of the whole run. Like if that really goes bad, it can really be a struggle.
Don't stop until you see the D. Yeah,
we'll
I
see
guess
the
we
D.
we gotta watch those credits, right?
Yep.
Yep, timer ends on the end at the end of the credits.
The D.
Unironically.
I think we're looking at what, a 257?
Yeah, about that. Not bad.
Yeah.
With safety saves, yeah, not bad.
Mm-hmm.
And lots of them. And a very rocky start with Croco 1 for sure.
Yeah. The Croco
Oh,
1
God.
fight was something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that fight, and I think that was the only really slow fight in the run. That one. And the reset from Volcano.
Oh yeah, that one was rough.
Yeah,
That one. Yeah, there's actually a little bit of a you can actually skip killing that Corpodite in the Volcano, because there's like a little gap like in the corner that you can just jump over, just miss it completely. I must have been like a pixel off from touching him. But yeah, that's Super Mario RPG.
That is
I got
Super
one
Mario
more thing
RPG.
to ask Justin. On Smithy 1, he always starts, no matter what, his first attack with Sledge.
Yeah,
Am
that's
I right?
correct. Yeah, he always
He
starts
never
with
goes
Sledge.
for anything else.
Afterwards though, he could do Meteor Swarm, Mega Drain, or a physical.
Okay, but he always starts with Sledge.
He always
no matter
starts
what.
with Sledge, yep.
Yeah. If he
Okay.
started with anything else, that'd be kind of rough to route around.
Yeah. So yeah, Justin, since you were the last run of the night, you get to choose the raid target.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Well, thanks for having me on
Oh,
the
yeah.
marathon.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you very much for doing this run.
that was a really good run, regardless of the rocky start. The mid and late game was you really made up for it.
Well, it's time to look over my follower list. I think we can host Ultra Uberness,
Yo.
when we're done.
That's a good choice. Ultra ran Mega Man X4 for the marathon yesterday, so I'm sure he will appreciate the raid.
Yo, nice.
So, yeah. So,
Do we watch the credits or?
Of course
Yeah,
we
we're
watched the
watching
credits.
the
Hello?
Why not?
Hell yeah! All right.
So with me getting a new job a couple months ago, I've been pretty busy with that. So my streams haven't been as frequent as they used to be. But hopefully this summer I can get some more time to play.
Yeah.
Gotta make bank.
Gotta make bank.
Yeah, I had my vacation this winter, so.
Oh, you think with that new job that you'll be able to make it to AGDQ 2020?
I doubt it. I probably won't get a vacation until after my hire anniversary, which is in March.
Ah, gotcha.
Probably not. Yeah, and I have to save up money again because I nearly went broke.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess the fact that you stayed jobless so long after AGDQ was pretty rough.
Yeah, it was like almost 3 months. But yeah, I've got a lot to keep me busy. Got this art project I'm still working on.
The cross stitch or something else?
Yeah, the cross stitch. I'm on the bottom part of it now.
Oh, the X2 one, right?
Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah, I can get a camera set up to like point down or something. I can bring some of that.
That would be nice, yeah.
But let's see. My plans for this game, I think for the moment, I'm kind of happy where I've taken it. But you know, I could always come back stronger than ever,
Hell yeah.
which I usually do.
Oh yeah, Void. When's 246?
At this point, never.
It's so hard. Like, execution alone is not enough. Like, you need sick luck.
You need luck, yeah. At this point, I don't even know if, like, 247 will happen. I might just, like, move on to Turbo, get the 248, and then roll the fuck out.
SGQF.
Just get lucky,
Yeah.
man. That's it.
Just get lucky, forehead.
Forehead.
But yeah, execution alone, like, in my PB, I had no encounters and no drop super jump. So, that tells you, like, right there alone, like, you gotta get lucky. You gotta play near perfect. Like, I got the box in my PB, but I got 3 ice on top of it, but my fire and rock was, like, 1. Like, only freebie 1 of each of those. That wasn't enough.
Still really good, though. Plus the fact that you get the box makes up for less freebies overall later during the run.
Yeah, that really helps you out. Even if you don't get any freebies, the run is still, like, you can still finish it.
Mm-hmm. Well, so I guess closing thoughts on today on V0oidathon. I'd like to thank you guys once again for watching. It means a lot to me. Today was really fun. Had a lot of really good Mario runs. Basically, almost all Mario runs. Plus NG's Diddy Kong Racing run. Tomorrow, big day tomorrow as well. I'm starting off with Banjo-Kazooie. So that should be fun. And later tomorrow, like tomorrow night, there will be that fat DKC2 80% block that I hope you guys will be excited about.
But yeah, hope you all enjoyed the run.
Oh yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah.
Drop those
Yeah, it was
follows
really
if
good.
you enjoyed it.
Yeah, better
Appreciate it.
bob that follow button. Bob that subscribe button.
I still owe a 1,500 follower special at some point.
Yeah, once you'll be settled in with your new schedule and whatnot, I'm sure you'll give it up.
Yeah. Yeah. Nights really take up my time because I'm working. As soon as I get home, I'm kind of tired. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna drop on the bed.
Right? Yeah.
So it's definitely a different feel than waking up at 2 in the morning and getting out at like 11.
Waking up at 2 in the morning though. Monk ass.
And I get paid weekly, so that's kind of.
Oh, getting paid weekly is definitely nice. Like when I worked construction a while ago, I was getting paid weekly.
Yeah. No bonus. No bonus Kulex fight, sadly.
Yeah, sorry for
It's
the QX
kinda-
fans in chat. That will be maybe next V0oidathon. Who knows? Forehead.
Yeah. Just do beat Kulex RTA next time.
Yeah.
That run has
Get
gotten
paid
pretty
to do
good.
most of the stuff too.
I rewrited that too. And yeah, I put together a pretty good run.
Yeah, for sure. Yo, Calco, thank you for the host. You came in right at the end, though. We're finishing up watching the credits, and then we were about to get a raid target. Well, welcome, raiders.
Let's watch
Void do it
instead of Justin forehead.
Yeah. No thanks.
Yeah, Kulex is not easy.
Yeah. I did one beat QX run, and it was
You hated it.
miserable.
That
I
was
got,
the
I got
anniversary
lucky,
raid.
like I got the red essence freebie on cake, fortunately,
Yeah.
because otherwise I don't think I would have ever been able to beat QX. Such a hard
Yeah.
fight in that run.
Yeah. Yeah, that doesn't really matter too much. You just get the one in Land's End.
I think, yeah, but like the thing is, even with the one in Land's End, I'm not good enough at super jumps on QX to beat
yeah.
QX before the red essence runs out. So that's
Yeah.
what sticks.
Yeah, and I've been meaning to try to make tutorial videos on any percent for this, but I haven't had the time. I got some made, I just haven't done anything with them yet.
Yeah.
I did make a beat Kulex tutorial. I did have time for one of those, but other than that, yeah, watch me hit 200 super jumps on Kulex, hit a rock for perfect damage.
200 super jumps on QX. What?
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh god.
Watch the big
Oh,
Kulex
God,
tutorial.
man.
I do it on command. Pretty sick.
Already doing 100 super jump is hard. Doing 100 super jumps on QLX is freaking hard, near impossible. But doing 200, please kill me, man. Fucking kill me instead of doing that shit.
Here comes the D.
Here comes the D.
Hope you enjoyed the D.
Yeah.
Was it good for you? It was good for me.
Thanks once again for watching today. Really awesome day of runs.
Yeah, that was a stack Mario block, man. Holy shit.
The D.
Oh, I cut the pie.
Nice.
Nice.